Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to see how to change a kitchen countertop and the sink and the faucet and everything to update a countertop that is currently over 30 years old. But we're going to give it a modern day lift. We're just going to change it with laminate countertops, no granite or anything of that sort. But the newer laminate countertops do resemble a granite countertop with the beveled edges, and you would see it'll be a lot better. And the sink is going to be deeper, which means we had to move the plumbing, everything down below, and accommodate this so that it is a little more usable at this point. All right, underneath the sink we have a whole bunch going on. The good thing is we have an outlet where I can just unplug, and we have a garbage disposal. All we're going to do is put a screwdriver here, turn this, and that'll drop. But we need to disconnect the drain first. So this drain unscrews here, and we can disconnect that, no problem. The only couple of other things is, turn the water off and hot and cold for the sink right here. Disconnect that, and the sink should pop right up. We're going to just do that. We loosen 3/4 nut. Keep a bucket underneath so you can catch any residual water coming out. All right, now we can see hot and cold is completely detached, and we need to look for the mounting points, all these little clips that are holding the sink. And once that's out, we can pull the sink right up.
Splash.
Everything is out. Now we can safely take the whole countertop out and then worry about replacing this. All right, so this is out, countertop, and you can see the sink completely out. We got all the plumbing disconnected. Off to the new one. Next up, put a blue tape across so that you don't chip the countertop, and draw your lines based on the measurement you got from the previous countertop so we can exactly match. There's some differences because of the new countertop has some beveled edges. It's about 1/2 inch sticking out in the front, so compensate for that when you cut your sink. But right now, the overall length, make sure you do precise measurement, and we're going to run a circular saw and make sure that we cut the line very straight. There are some places the circular saw can't hit, so take your time, use the thinnest hand saw to make that cut. Okay, we are through. The rest you can do with circular saw. All right, nice clean cut, nothing ripped, and the transition is good, cutting from up top to the bottom here. All the measurements are translated into here for the sink, and we're going to cut out the sink based on these measurements. Tighter spots use different saws, whether it's reciprocating saw or a jigsaw or a hand saw on those areas where your circular saw doesn't fit. Flip the countertop whenever you don't have space to cut from. So we need to use this bracket instead of that. So two different fittings depending on if you have a garbage disposal or not. To mount the sink, we use these fasteners that come with the sink. They clamp onto the countertop. And then now for the plumbing, this is a 1-hole faucet, even though there's 3 holes in the sink. So there is a faceplate that covers the rest of the holes, as you can see here. So you can just cover them up. You can get a 3-hole faucet as well, but most of the modern good ones come as a 1-hole faucet. Okay, time to dry fit this, and it is sitting fine. There is 1/8 of an inch gap here, which means it has to move this way, which I couldn't because it's hitting here. So we need to take a 1/4 inch off of here, and then that'll shift everything slightly so I can perfectly merge this together, and that'll be the end of fitting everything. And then we shim it up a little, fit it in, glue it, and all done. If you're wondering how the two countertops are connected, You need to get these sort of screws, and it pulls from both sides and little silicone in between, and you just tighten with the little tiny wrench. And it's really hard, but it's doable. Once you tighten, the gap completely disappears, and you can get a very smooth, clean, even finish from the corners here. You won't even see the seam. It'll be nice and fit. The silicone will keep it waterproof. All right, so the final piece is hooking up the cold and hot water, and the hand rinser thing needs to be attached with the big weight, so it pulls down when you pull the actual faucet this way. It like retracts back, so weight needs to be added. Garbage disposal hooked up perfectly with the same attachment of that neck, and everything works out. Drain needed to be adjusted about 3 inches. Just cut it and put a coupler, and everything good to go. Hook up the plug, and we'll be ready to test our new sink. Okay, everything is done. The countertop is in, and sink is hooked up. Everything is put back up. Just need to put a backsplash and finish that painting on that side, and or put a backsplash in there. Plumbing works perfectly fine, and now we have a retractable. It retracts very well with the weight down there. So that is one job done, and this is from Lowe's. I'll put the link down below, and I believe it's like $150 a piece, and the sink is about a couple of hundred as well. The faucet is 100. I'll put all the links what I can if you guys want to pick it up. From a 30-40 year old kitchen to something a little bit more modern within a matter of a day, and within a budget of under $1,000. So here you go. I will see you guys in the next video.